Hey people, it is Monday, February the 19th. The time is 3:25 in the afternoon, and it is currently -3 Celsius, feeling more like -8 or 9 Celsius with the wind chill. And I am on Queen's Quay here at the Reese Wave Deck, and HTO Park is right over there. And Reese Street is right over here. And today is Family Day, which is a statutory holiday here in Ontario and several other Canadian provinces. And I thought I'd take a walk around some of the busier tourist areas here in the South Core and Entertainment District of Toronto, which includes such sites as the CN Tower, Ripley's Aquarium, just to see how many people are taking advantage of this family day, even though it's quite chilly today. There's the 509 Harbourfront. So I'm going to head north here on Reese Street, and we'll take a walk through Roundhouse Park and by the CN Tower and the Aquarium. As if this light will ever change. Here comes another streetcar, the 510 this time. And there we go. So Family Day is one of the newer statutory holidays here in Ontario. There wasn't really a proper stat holiday between New Year's and Easter, I think, so they thought, hey, let's stick one in the middle of February to raise people's spirits a little bit. And I think in the US this day is called President's Day, if I'm not mistaken. So happy President's Day also to any Americans who might be watching. And it looks like I missed this light. I'll cross here. We're underneath the Gardner Expressway. Or maybe I'll stay on this side. I think I'll get some better views of the tower and the financial district from this side. That huge wall over there will block any view I have if I walk alongside that. Lakeshore Boulevard is always a pain to get across if you're on foot, or even if you're in a car, it's a pain to drive on. And there's those views I would have missed out on if I was on the other side. And there's the Sky Dome. The sign might say something else, but I'll always call it the Sky Dome. All right, let's check out Roundhouse Park. It is the site of a former roundhouse. This was a huge rail yard once upon a time. And already I can see scads of people at the Aquarium and the pavilion in front of the CN Tower. And we got a car driving up on the sidewalk here. Maybe they're just trying to park. Got strange parking spots here. Entrance to the rec room. This is sort of a eatery and entertainment complex with arcade games and that sort of thing. And some of the history of the area. You can see a depiction of the Royal York Hotel there. This probably represents the 1930s. So let's just head through here into the park. Nice old steam locomotive. I wonder if this would still operate if they decided to put it back in service. And here's the former roundhouse. I guess it still is a roundhouse. Who knows how long it's been since this has operated as it was intended. So this was like a big maintenance facility here. And all the rail cars would be inside the building. And this would be used to position them correctly to enter the proper garage for service. Spin them around. Hence the name Roundhouse. Some awesome views. And an old GO train car here. This is how the GO trains originally looked when they first came to be. Of course, now they're the familiar bi-level coaches, painted bright green and white. I think GO service began in the late 1960s. It's a commuter rail service serving the greater Toronto area, really the greater Golden Horseshoe. And some more old locomotives here. And a couple of cabooses, Toronto, Hamilton, and Buffalo. The three neighboring cities, they all share a close relationship with one another. Here's a description of the turntable, as they call it. I guess that's the actual thing that turns the trains around. And that's a cool shot of the financial district from the early 1970s. Only the first two TD Center towers are there, the original two, and Commerce Court West. First Canadian Place had not been built yet. Looks like the third TD Center tower is under construction there, though. I can see the elevator core. You can see a train on the turntable about to be spun around. Nice shot of the south core. Here's the Steam Whistle Brewery. I hear it's very good. I don't drink beer, so I wouldn't know personally. And a charming little station here. Was this relocated from another spot in its entirety? It's the station for the mini train that runs through the area, although I haven't seen that mini train operating in a long time. I'm guessing that little station was built just for the mini train, but if anyone knows something I don't know, be sure to correct me in the comments. More info here. All right, let's head over to Bremner Boulevard. And we'll check out all the activity in front of the aquarium and the CN Tower. I'll just walk across the quickly melting snow here. We had a snowfall a few days back. But this being Toronto, snow never sticks around long here. And we're on Bremner Boulevard. There's a look to the east and the awesome financial district view. And there's the aquarium. I'm just hoping there's no loud copyright music blaring. There usually is along part of that stretch, but I'll risk it. We can get some beaver tails here. Cotton candy and popcorn and lollipops. Seems like family day is in full swing here, which is good to see. Hello. Jazz night. That would be interesting, having a jazz accompaniment as you look at the marine life. Hey, I see Toronto Spider-Man over here. If that's the same one, he used to be a regular at Yonge and Dundas 10 years ago. He has a few competitors in town now. He's not the only Spider-Man. There was also a Toronto Batman about 10 years ago. Talent on the streets. Show your talent for a chance to win $1,000. I guess this is open to anyone. My talent is I can walk around making inane observational chit-chat while I hold a camera. And here's the front of the aquarium. I don't hear any music, so far so good. Very busy family day. And I have been to the aquarium a couple of times, and it's definitely worth the price of admission. I had a great time on both of my visits there. And the CN Tower is another place I went up a couple of times not too long ago. It's a bit more expensive, I think, than the aquarium, but if you're a fan of expansive views of a major metropolis, I'd say it's worth the price of admission. I hear Aretha Franklin now, though. And here's the main entrance here. And yeah, I think I did a pre-recorded video and a live stream from the CN Tower. And I had a fun time both times. So no regrets. Let's take a look at the crowds. We're going to make our way up towards John Street. And this will take you to the Skywalk, which is part of the path system. It'll lead you eventually into Union Station. If you want to go mostly indoors from the CN Tower to Union Station, you could do that. I hear a train, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Two trains side by side. A GO train and the Up Express. Looks like they're drag racing. Although the GO train is many times longer than the Up Express train. And I see another inbound train coming in. These ones are leaving Union Station. And this one looks like a Via train coming into Union Station. So Up Express is a train that connects you between Union Station and Pearson Airport. GO train is a commuter rail service serving the greater Golden Horseshoe, and Via train is a intercity passenger train service, sort of like Amtrak in the US. So now we're looking straight north up John Street. It's nice to see everything so lively today. I think coming up with a family day was definitely a good idea. All right, let's cross Front Street.
I got this old V8 guided runs.
Yeah, there's the head office of the CBC, massive structure. Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Maybe I'll walk us right to the end of John Street at Grange Park. We'll see if the park is also full of families today. Although in the winter, probably not terribly busy. Across Wellington. Down Mercer Street. That street has really become quite a canyon.
I'm in great till fossil.
And King Street. Got Restaurant Row right there. The Tiff Bell Lightbox, home of the Toronto International Film Festival. And more theaters as you head east along King here. Princess of Wales Theatre and the Royal Alex. And public art. Got some cool views here, looking along some of these side streets. And this is one of my favorite new buildings in the area. I like its red brick cladding and lack of balconies. And we're coming up onto Adelaide Street, so we're just going to keep on heading north. John Street ends just a block or two north of Queen Street. And I think this is the only downtown Hooters location here. I've been there one time. A friend was visiting from out of town. He just really wanted to go to Hooters. This car is constantly inching forward here. This is a nice string of patios on that side of the street there. In the summer, it's very lively. Restaurant Opportunity. I'm trying to remember what used to be there. I'm sure I have it in a past video, whatever it was. It's just not coming to me right now. Was it a Jack Astor's maybe? I'm not sure. And I'm going to keep on talking here as we pass more music on the other side of the street. Really carries though. That's the Ballroom Bowl across the street. And here's a giant Michael's store that used to be a bookstore called Chapters. And this is also the home of the Scotiabank Cinemas, a multi-screen theater complex that has an IMAX screen. Richmond Street. And there's the old Much Music building at 299 Queen Street West. Queen Street is the next street to the north. And the old Speaker's Corner from the 90s was set up here on John Street, just on the side of the Much Music building. That's a blast from the past.
It's not like I'm coming anything. Like, here's the list of contacts I'm working with. Like, they've really set her up. Yeah. And then also, all of the I have the contacts.
And coming up to Queen Street.
Go on.
And the last couple of blocks of John Street. This last couple of blocks might actually be my favorite part of the street, with these nice old mid-rise buildings here. And this funky looking Umbra store. I think that's fairly new. Frenchy, authentic French experience. And there's not much traffic on this part of the street either, since it sort of dead ends up here at Grange Park. I just really like these nice old brick buildings here. This one's called the Quality Knitting Building. And I'd like to know the history of this one. I don't see any plaque or anything. Oftentimes these older buildings will have a plaque letting you know when it was built and what it originally was used for. This one just says Bradley House. But here is where where Grange Park begins and John Street ends. It's always been one of my favorite views. And this is all that's left of a church that burned down. That dates from the 19th century. 1844. And straight ahead you can see the Art Gallery of Ontario looming. This is the Grange Park Promenade. And there are some people here. I see some families. Over there you can see OCAD University, Ontario College of Art and Design. So I'm going to wrap up the walk here at Grange Park. I hope you enjoyed this family day walk where we checked out all the activity starting in Roundhouse Park and around the CN Tower and Ripley's Aquarium. It was very busy around there. And made our way onto John Street, where we walked along the full length of John Street, ending here at Grange Park with a fair number of families out enjoying the day here as well. So if you enjoyed the walk, leave a comment down below, or if you didn't, leave a comment in any case. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal as well as via my merch store. Or you can also become a channel member or send a super thanks to support the channel in those ways if you like. And you can find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.